Yeah, yeah. Never not, never under y'all, never ever, I'm forever on. Check my repertoire, check my repertoire, don't check me now. Let's just checks involved. I've been feeling like I'm next to God, next to God, next to God. Never not, never under y'all, never ever, I'm forever on. Check my repertoire, don't check me now. Let's just checks involved. I've been feeling like I'm next to God, next to God, next to God. Never fold, never ever fold, never ever stone a rolling stone till I'm in rolling stone. Like you wanna.
Yeah.
Hey, we back.
We back.
We at it. We back. We at it.
Welcome to the Real Love and Basketball Show. We're going to get right into it.
You ready, DJ?
Yeah.
Up with this song.
Come on now.
Okay, now have you ever been with a player? Take you downtown where they treat me like the mayor. Take you to the crib where you take it upstairs. What's upstairs? Shit, I'ma show you later.
Lunchtime
Don't expect
special.
to let everything catered. Extra flavor. Go ahead, sprinkle some truffle on your mashed potatoes. I'm trying to love you. Is you gonna love me back? You only get what you give. Ain't you heard of that?
Come on, rock with us.
Look it, I don't ask for much.
You got that funk.
You know what I want. I just want what's fair. I'll bring that fire and desire, baby. All you gotta do is meet me.
Tap in, share this live, y'all.
I deserve to be
Happy New Year's.
somebody as fly as me. Somebody this fly. And you deserve to be seen with somebody as fly as me. Somebody this fly. Oh, don't let them trick you with the jib.
Let's go.
Okay, now Silk Sonic smooth like a mat. Float like a
What up, world?
If y'all don't know what that is, y'all need to download that Silk the Sonic with Anderson .Paak
Yeah.
and Bruno Mars.
That joint is fire.
Listen, that
Top
is
to
my
bottom.
kind of music. I couldn't tell you about nobody else but them.
Yeah,
Real
top to
talk.
bottom, that joint is fire.
Real talk.
Hey, it was worth the wait, though. They you know what I mean? They dropped that one joint, and
Which
they ain't heard nothing for months.
Oh, yes.
The main single joint.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
Yeah. So what's going on, man? Top of the year, you know what I mean? January 20th, we out here.
We are.
You know, fresh and back, man. I'm excited, man. Last season I used to say I'm excited a lot,
You did. Every single time.
but I'm really
excited.
excited.
But you really wasn't excited. So I don't know. What's that mean?
Hey, man, it's different swag, different mojo, different goals. Same goals, just more intensity. That's all it is, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Top of the year. You know what I'm saying?
It is. I'm still stuck in this song. I'm trying to run it back right quick.
Ready to party. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because I got games. We got stuff going on. There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
There is a lot of things going on in the Towe household. And I am grateful to say that we are stepping in
Yeah.
more positive, refreshed,
Lit.
renewed, just getting it. Let's get it on.
How you feeling today, man? What's going on, man? Y'all got a game?
Yes, I have a game. Shout out at the end of this podcast. I'm gonna have everybody touch and agree today. Shout out to my Blessing High School.
That fit is
Ain't
tough.
Ain't it though?
Yeah. You gotta stand up for let me see the
And then
pants,
they
man.
got Coach Lee in the back. Coach Lee in the back.
Can't see, just
Got
stand
the
up,
Lewis,
let me
got
see
the
the
Lewis,
pants.
got the Lewis man.
They can't see. You gotta
I don't-
stand
No,
up.
because then I'm gonna have to move the mic and put it out. Fine. I'm fine.
Let me see. Let's see the fit. Yo, that joint is hard though. Hey, there you go. Move the cup.
It's not. It's actually two separate.
Hey, you been doing some squats too,
It's two
on
set-
booty squats.
Are you serious right now? Now,
See, I set you up.
See, everybody start looking and you're going to be over here hot. Man.
Nah, they know what time it is. That's
So,
it.
Yes, I have a game today. We got training today. We got games today. I got meetings today. We got podcast today. The kids are home today. Speaking of kids,
Oh Lord.
listen, Fairfax County.
Here we go. Talk to them.
Fairfax County, listen. So I grew up here.
They might as well just do it every day. Stay home.
Listen, I grew up here, okay? I grew up in the generation when it snowed. To find out if it was going to be closings We had to wake up at 6:30 in the morning.
Read the bottom of the screen.
No,
with
no,
the
not even before you got there. You had to get your clothes and everything on. Get your breakfast ready, because if you were going to school, you got to be on that school bus by 7:10.
Right.
Or walking to be in class by 7:40. Listen, you'd be sitting in there with your breakfast, with your oatmeal, whatever, your waffles, and sit and read that scroll and wait till that F came across to see it was Fairfax County. You was counting down with the alphabets. F, A, B, C.
It took forever to get our joint. Virginia Beach, I'm like.
And if you missed it, you had to sit there a whole nother. And Lord, don't let it be no commercials come on. You be like, oh my gosh. These kids today.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We get tweets.
Right.
You get a tweet, a text, an email, an announcement on the TV.
Everything.
Great,
at least 2 days in advance, a day in advance.
How you know you're gonna be out of school for snow on Friday and it's a Wednesday, and
it's so bad the parents even know. I said, yo, they about to cancel.
No, and I be real dumb like, no, they ain't about to cancel.
I'm telling you.
For some fog, they ain't
go outside and spit.
They ain't about to cancel.
Go outside and spit.
First of all, the county, maybe it's not just our county, maybe it's all the counties around here.
It could be.
Y'all done got soft, okay? We used to be in school dumb early the entire career of our grade school life.
Walk to school
first to 12th grade. The high school, they ain't got to be in class till 9-something.
Mm-hmm.
Middle school got to be in class at 7, 8. Well, first of all, why are the two switched? Shouldn't the older kids be going earlier so that they're prepared for
makes sense to me.
Life? Whereas the younger kids, little kids need, elementary school kids, they need more sleep. Middle school kids, you get to that point.
Right.
High school kids, y'all definitely need to get your butts up, because that's half your problem now. Y'all lazy. That's for one. Then we get off. Let me tell you about today here in Fairfax County. They already, the quarter ends tomorrow or today. School quarter ends tomorrow, today. So they already off on Friday because it's a teacher work day. Then they gave them a half day today, which is a Thursday, I guess, to prepare for the teacher work day tomorrow. Then they anticipated
You're messing up the secrets now.
Snow. So they delayed the day. So they was going in class. So class didn't start today for everybody till 10:30. Mind you, they get out 2 hours early. Then I guess sometime during today, it's supposed to be freezing snow or something crazy. So they put everybody on virtual learning. Tell me, what is the purpose of today's school day? Somebody tell me.
Started 10:30 and done by what?
1:55.
Do they get lunch?
And then they got the audacity to have lunch in their virtual learning. So you telling me you got class from 10 to 10:30, or 10:30 to 11, something from 11 to 11:30. Then you got a lunch between 11:30 and 12:30. And then you go back to school from 12:30 to 1:30.
And then the bell ring.
And then your home bell ring. Like, bruh. And then y'all get mad when these same kids get into the corporate world and you wonder why they be shortchanging their time there. Well, you shortchange your time them growing up.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
There's a lot of moving parts, man. You know what I mean? So
I don't understand. We are too soft on our generation.
Yeah, either keep them home, man, or
No. They definitely don't need to be home. They need to take their tail out.
Not in this household.
You get out.
That's for sure.
You need to learn some social skills, some communication skills, some skill. Get out. That's for one. But y'all, they just
can't get nothing done right in the house.
I know. So let it be known, if you hear pitter patter and screaming, that's because we got two boys upstairs that's trying to keep their life together.
Waiting to come down and interrupt. Waiting. One want to sit right here, and the other one want to sit over there.
Right. And somebody talk about potty, I'm hungry, and Lord knows what else. So, anyways, yes, that's my rant for this week. I have one every single week for the rest of the year.
I'm pretty sure they know by now.
I know.
They anticipate.
Y'all like it. I mean, it's real. I say the stuff that y'all really want to say that ain't nobody gonna say, because I really don't care at this point. 2022, that's my other thing. 2022, I don't care anymore. I don't care. People want so much dramatics. I am in a place of peace. You know what will hit me today too? Which one is it?
You got the manual clap and the automatic clap.
Listen, I'm in a place of peace, and the affirmation today is that you cannot leave your house without your armor on, your
Yeah.
spiritual armor. Because when things start to hit you, when you start to get those arrows hitting you, especially stuff from the past, like, have you ever been in such a place of peace and then something old comes up and just blows you? Like either it's something from the past or somebody made a remark that you had already said that I'm not going to let people get on my nerves, and they make the remark and then it just pierces you and it bothers you for the rest of the day. You know why? Because you forgot to put your armor on.
Yeah, it's
And
an everyday thing. You got to
was
be
my
shielded up when you go out there.
confirmation today. I need to make sure I put my armor on, because y'all people, I think I ended this season last year with this.
Yeah, a
Y'all
place of peace.
people-
But I'm excited, man. You know, and I've been watching you. You know what I mean? Top of the year since we doing the day and diet and the fast and everything. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the latter part of it, she got her peanuts. Hey, come on, man. They got to send us a check for that. You know what I mean?
But they didn't say the name, just
They
see
take the
peanuts.
label off. But now in the place of peace, man, I see it, so I commend you. You know what I'm saying? And shoot, me personally, just working on being a better man, better husband, better father,
Say that first part again.
better man,
No, second part.
better husband, better father. All around the board, better businessman, just to tighten it up. So me, before we started off, you know, so I just want to apologize to you
For what?
for only operating about 60% in our marriage.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
play
I
it
raised
like that.
60% in our marriage and as a man and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just like when you coaching and stuff like that. You got to operate at a high level. And I think since we've been doing the fast and the Daniel diet and all that, that's the thing that came. You're such a baby, man.
I'm on my Hinomoto too, so I'm extra sensitive.
Oh, my God. It came on. Oh, my gracious. Yes! It came on. Sorry, that's too much.
Yes,
Never mind.
it is. Oh, thank you.
But yeah, man, just operate, man. It's time to just operate on new levels, and because the last thing before we leave this earth, before I leave this earth, and I say it all the time, I want to be 100,000. You know what I'm saying? Percent who I was called to be in design, and you helped me with that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff that I already knew, it was just kind of confirmation through certain stuff, whether it's through CT yourself or the project, just looking at all the accomplishments and opportunities that's coming, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, if you've been, you know what I'm saying, all the way 1,000 with yourself, and that you can give more, you know what I'm saying? I remember times when I used to smoke or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Michelle.
You gonna get this one? They gonna blow up your
She
phone
gonna
after
call
this.
me right after this joke. But nah, you know what I'm saying? It's just deep because I think anyway, but that's the times you reflect and like all the things you know you could be doing or all the things you saying that you are doing, you really not doing. And that's kind of a self-reflecting moment. And yeah, man, and the book I was reading, Atomic Habits, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man, that's exactly what I know I could be doing, but I'm not doing it for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things. I'm coming out on fire, man, because I already know where I'm about to take it and where we're about to go. You know what I'm saying? Can't even play with this thing, so.
Amen.
I'll start off with an apology.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And we got a recorder, so if he ever messes up again, trust, I'm gonna pull this thing right back on out. I really appreciate that. I can't wait till we get off this damn thing. We gonna go out. We gonna go to Sizzler. We gonna go to Sizzler. We gonna Sizzler. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. You know what I'm saying? And, the people that's watching it and people that's know me, I talk to a couple of my boys and everything. We talk, like, man, because a lot of times it be conversation and stuff that we have or whatever. I know I can give more to them versus just kind of accepting where they are. You know what I'm saying? I throw a little seed. Because a lot of time, to be honest with you, I don't even feel like dealing with it. Because there's a lot going on in our personal life. Not negative, but it's a lot, man.
Right.
So trying to manage this person, that person, or empower this person. That's what you do. You do that often. You do that well. You know what I'm saying? That's you. But me, I think I can step it up in that department a little bit. No matter how much is on my shoulders, that's what we call to do. So.
Yes. To whom much is given, much is required. So
yeah, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
it can be. But if we trust, He will make a way out of no way.
Yeah,
Hello.
for sure. He making a way. You know
Hello,
what I'm saying?
somebody.
Hey,
Listen,
man, make sure y'all share this live, yo. Share this live right now. The Real Loving Basketball. Get it out to your
Yes.
people. Share it with, a few people. You know what I mean?
we
Send
know
that
it's
link.
fresh. We know everybody's going to get reacclimated. We got to get everybody locked back in.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it might
for
be
sure.
a little light this time, but we'll be back in going full throttle by
Mhm.
next week. We got some great guests coming up too. I
Yep.
am so proud. Let me tell you the power of prayer. Hallelujah. That was good. That opening was good.
I thought you was going on to somebody.
I was, but
you pushed the
sometimes
rewind button.
sometimes you just gotta sit in the moment. That's what a lot of people don't do. They go through the moment and they skip it and then it's done and they forget. You gotta embrace moments. Like like you said, life is short. You could wake up tomorrow, you might not, and you would hate to not live in the moment that God has blessed you with. So,
Yeah.
all right, okay.
A lot of people ain't here, man. That's for
is.
sure. A lot of people ain't here, and I know a lot of them. You know what I mean? They ain't here. We here, so we blessed. You woke up in the morning. You know what I mean? To be able to be in this moment. If you look, y'all see us here, but if we look this way,
Right.
like it's a whole production joint in this little man cave. You know what I mean? That we're making the best of, but it's super cool.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we blessed, man. You know what I mean? You creating something, you wake up, you freedom. You know what I mean? You might struggle a little bit financially. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the season though. Listen, one thing that I can guarantee for the past 8 years, outside of everything else that we do in our household, we have been planting seeds. And it's a lot of people plant seeds and want the harvest immediately, but sometimes you got to remember, like, I can't think of the plant. Some plants grow in 3 to 4 months or 3 to 12 months. You plant the seed, it grows, it's done. No,
Sequoia.
not bamboo. Just regular. Bamboo is the plant that takes years to come to fruition, that takes years to be stable, so that is very hard to break. They use bamboo over in Asia. Once it's truly planted and grown and developed, they use it for architecture, for like ladders and all, because that's how strong it is. And I think that's the season that we've been in. Like we've always talked about, oh my gosh, like we've done this.
Right.
Why are we? Why? But God just gave us that confirmation that, you're not a regular plant, you're bamboo. So you got to go through this season and continue to water and continue to plant and continue to grow until I make you strong enough that when you step into the true business of CTAB, when you step into the true business of Conquering Purpose, that it's not going to falter. Or the true business of your marriage and your family and your house, that it's not going to break because you planted your seeds, but you allowed it to truly manifest and grow. And let that be a word for many of you. I know so many people are sitting in here like, bruh, I done did this. Why?
It ain't working.
Why am I
I'm
still
tired
here?
of it.
Why is nothing working? Yo, stay the course. If you are trusting what God has given you and you know it's something that he gave you, stay the course.
Yeah. And it, not to cut you off, some people still might be like, I don't know what it is. You know what it is.
Yes.
Because you wake up thinking about it, you go to bed thinking about it, you think about doing the day, and you just feel it. It's in you.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, and the power of imagination. That's not just you thinking about something. You can close your eyes right now, and I think Pastor Towe said in his new book, is like whatever circumstance you in, if you close your eyes right now, you can be somewhere else.
Right.
That's the power of imagination. This is the power of dreaming. This is the power of feeling an instinct and the Holy Spirit that's within you, and it's not by default. Whatever that is, that's what you gravitate towards.
Right.
You know what it is. And like you say, if you ain't being strong in your marriage and you only operating at a certain percent, you know.
Right. But to those of you who don't, so I'll admit and say imagination actually has been was a struggle for me for a while. Like growing up, I can imagine, but as an adult, it was hard for me to see things because I'm so tangible. I'm so like, if I do this is if I study for this, I should get an A here. And in life, a lot of times we don't get that type of outcome. So it's being able to see that vision. So if you have trouble imagining like I used to, sometimes it's actually seeing what you want to see. Meaning, for example, we want to buy a house, Lord willing soon. We want this house. We have the vision of what we want it to look like, kind of, But I'm more of like, okay, I got to actually see it.
Right.
Let me see what I really want, and then that will help cultivate the imagination from that shell. So that's why we go look at houses. We look at houses, and I'm like, okay, that's what I like. That's what I want.
That's the
now,
vibe right there.
From the view, I'm creating and cultivating the imagination that I have. And now I can start to see and piece things together.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between two. You can literally sit and be like, oh, I see the building, I see this.
Right.
Or me, I'm like, okay, I know I want that,
Right.
but I can't see it. Okay, let me go out and actually see what the building is. Now I can envision it. So it's not to say that nobody can't. And if you're sitting in that point and you're like, I don't have an imagination or I'm too old. No, you just got to recreate it. And so our word, kind of skipping around, but we decided for the past, about a year or two to follow words and phrases for the year that we want to, really embody. So the word that we took this year, or the phrase we took this year, was being intentional. That is the Towe household phrase. We are being intentional in our marriage, intentional with our children, intentional with our businesses, intentional, like you said, with your friends, the people that you have around you. Some people ain't going to get our time anymore. Some people we truly need to invest in, and we need to really help build up just as much as people help build us up. So when you're going through this imagination, this vision, you got to be intentional about it. If this is what you really want, and like Daryl said, if you really have something in your heart, in your mind, and you're like, I want, but I can't see, be intentional about it. Write it down. That's big. Write things down. Go see it. Go find it. Walk around it 7 times, like they said in the Bible, before they were able to, don't let me tell this story wrong.
Somebody gonna look it up.
7 times before they was able to move forward with the word that God had told them. You got to sit there and be intentional. And for us, just if you need a scripture on what that intention looks like, the scripture is Proverbs 21:5, and it says, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty." So if you don't want
That's a
to
word
be,
right there.
listen, tell somebody, if you don't want to live the way that you living right now, or if you want to just level up, you got to be intentional in whatever that looks like.
Level up, man.
Yes.
Level up. No, I mean, if you're anything like me, like I know, you know what I'm saying, people look at me like, yo, I eat fit. But in my mind, man, I see, you know what I'm saying, like I see the 6-pack, I see, you know what I mean, like that's what I know I'm capable of. This is cool, you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Yeah, you love it, but I'm not even saying I don't love it. But what I'm saying is I know I got more in it, and I'm tired of even thinking about that, even doing it. So, yes, I got to be intentional, you know what I mean? So, I'm dropping them down like 12 right now.
You just had to say it. Listen, let me tell you something. I hate being on weight loss journeys with especially all females.
That's motivation, though.
That's
motivation.
All females understand exactly what I'm about to say. If you are with somebody or in a male crew, it is no similarity. Your 12 took 2 weeks. My 3 took 3 weeks. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb, and I hate when
the male body, like you said, is different than a female. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, I buy.
So my point was being intentional with your physical and being healthy.
With your mental, your physical, and your spiritual. Ain't nobody want to hear all that. See how you just threw the whole monkey wrench in everything.
Let me stop. She gonna go right to the treadmill after this thing.
Am, but I just worked out. I'm about to be right back.
It worked though. You know what I'm saying?
I work out more than you do.
No, yes, absolutely.
And I can't lose as much as you do. That's why
it's a process, bro.
I told him just get nice and comfy with nice and fluffy.
Like you said, I love it though.
That was
I
it
like
right
it
here.
Juicy. Man, I come in looking like a fiend.
My mama thought about that before when I was younger. I lost mad weight for no absolute reason.
She thought you were hitting the bowl on crack or something.
Said, are you on drugs? I said, oh my gosh, Daphne. Shout out to my mother. I love her to death. She can be so dramatic sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyways. All right.
Yeah. So let's get to the topic, man.
What is the topic today?
Full time out. That's full time out, man. You know, just like in basketball, things make it chaotic. You may be down 20 or down 10. And, you know, basketball is a game of runs, and it may not be your run, or things get chaotic and you need, you know, slow down. And sometimes you got the 30-second timeout, you got the full timeout. And I know for us in the season where we're at, we had to call a full timeout. You know what I'm saying? And be transparent. You know what I mean? Episodes before was cool. You know what I'm saying? We was being truthful and transparent. But like I said earlier, I think it kept us, me personally, it kept us in a box. You know what I'm saying? From being everything that it could be. So we had to call a full timeout, man. Take a break, re-strategize, regroup. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're going to do this for real, we got to do it for real. And I'm just talking about everything from the production to, you know, really being authentic to the core and leveling up. So that's what the season's about. So we called a full time out, and you may be at that point yourself where you're in the same thing, same rat race, man, it's okay to call a full time out. It's okay to sit back and strategize and really regroup and think to yourself, man, what am I really doing here? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to be? Who do I want to be? You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to one of my guys the other day, and he's struggling a little bit. He got some addictions. He got some things he really want to accomplish. And through him knowing that I was fasting and we was fasting, that's some of the things he interested in. But he never heard nobody really talk to him on that level. And I'm just like, man, look, I'm on a mission, man. I'm reinventing myself again. I have to get to this point where I'm really looking in the mirror and I'm really letting all this superpower out. And that's what I'm saying. If you're not operating at who you think you can be, what God has you to be, and you're taking away your superpower, man.
I think also for that, though, I think the power of communication is so important. I think so many of us sit and we struggle and we surround ourselves with people who won't hold us accountable. Like if your circle is like mediocre. A bunch of, not even mediocre, just a bunch of yes folks or people who are just going to agree with you all the time. Like, you know, you're in a relationship, you beefing with your husband or your boyfriend or whatever the case may be, and they like, yeah, oh, leave him. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Let's go out. Man, that's not the group of people you need to be around. You need to be around people who genuinely can say, okay, I understand your frustration, right? But let's look at it from this angle. Are you really giving what you're supposed to be giving? Right. Are you really praying and doing the things you're supposed to be doing? Yes, they might be doing this, but do you need to be doing this more and everything? And I think that's a lot of the problems. A lot of us don't have those friends, or even your friend you're talking about. Like, you were fasting, he don't, and he wants to, but he don't have a circle who's gonna be like, yo, come on, let's do something different. That's part of this year too. Like, we gotta operate differently. Like, it's not cool to do the same stuff that you did 10 years ago. Like, we just went to a club with two. We went because it was our friend's birthday. Okay, not club people. First of all, don't want to be in no club because it's during pandemic, right? Second of all, it was a date. We were going out. We were celebrating a birthday. Blah 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 blah. And we get there. We stand right at the door, the entryway, the whole time. Yes. There's shorties coming in cat suits, old heads. And it was just an environment. Now, I can't talk about it because we used to be there once upon a time, right? But it was just affirmation for us, like, oh, we're done with this.
This
like,
is mad weird.
I'd rather, we want to just invite us to a restaurant to eat, listen to music, but we eating, chilling, talking, sitting down. I ain't got to put on heels and stand the whole darn time. Like, that's where we're at. But it just confirmed, like, we just have to earn a different season. We need to be around different people or get people into the mindset that we're at, because it's a growth. It's a leveling.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Mediocre. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's a level of excellence. And what you're trying to do, you have to be around those guys. And the same cat that I was talking to, and I gave him an example where it's two defining moments, three defining moments. One is what I just said, how I was feeling and what you were saying to me. Two was, a few years back, you remember we went down to Charlotte and got this guy who, multi-millionaire doing great things and super big.
I remember that.
And what he do? A lot of people know him. You know what I'm saying? And
you talking about when he checked you?
Yeah. He checked me. So we cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, how he here time. Oh yeah, man, when you come down, when you come down to Charlotte, man, you know, come to the house. He got a basketball court in his house and everything. He invites some NBA players through, and you know, everybody had a good time hooping. What I didn't know, and it was my birthday.
Not that day.
No, the day before.
Yes.
So we went out, you know what I'm saying? I think I was a little bit.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I was a little bit hungover,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
was.
So I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. I'm going to get up and go hoop at his house in the morning. What I didn't do was check to see how far the location was, how far his house was from where we was at.
It was like good 45
minutes, 50 minutes. So I'm thinking I'm just getting a call 10 minutes and going 45 minutes, end up being late, calling him, end up texting him like, hey, man, running a little bit behind. He said, oh, no, that's no good. That's unacceptable. I'm militant. I got a hard dead stop with time I got to get my family pictures and all this stuff. It's pretty much saying it's unacceptable. And immediately, my heart dropped. I'm like, God dang. For one, I'm trying to build a relationship with this dude. For two, he's super cool. But then I don't want that reflection look because it ain't who I am. It's just like, man, I won't even think it. I won't be organized or forward thinking and like, man, check the time.
Right.
What's the distance
Right.
to get from point A to point B? I'm thinking like how I always do, just get up and, all right, it's cool. I get there when I get there. My man checked me, and then from there, I'm like, yo, I had to change my mind frame of thinking because this guy's a millionaire and this is how he operates.
Right.
It's not mediocre. Not only that, he checked me. He wasn't afraid to like, you know what I mean? D, this ain't acceptable. This ain't how I operate. So now he changed my mind.
That I'm saying, like, we don't do that though.
Yeah,
People don't do that.
Right.
Like, you sit in your circle, you could be dead wrong, and your friends is gonna be like, "Oh, that's okay."
Yeah.
No, if you want to level up,
That's
you
different.
you gotta know when you're wrong. You gotta know when you gotta do better. Like, and I know that thing stunk because I definitely was sitting on there like, "Oh my gosh, we better roll."
She say, go to CVS, get a gift card.
I said we got to do something. Don't go empty handed to this man's house. Like, we already late. Might as well make some use of it.
Yeah, and to this day, we still talk. You know what I mean? He got something going on, he'll text me. Or if I got something going on, text him or whatever, and we still in good. But he changed my perspective. You know what I'm saying? And then the other one was thinking, you know, with this film, you know, it's a huge opportunity. You know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, all right, let's go. We doing it. Whoop de whoop. And everybody like, yeah, it's good. It's it's gonna be great. It's gonna get an Oscar or Emmy, and everybody got these thoughts. And this one particular coach, matter of fact, it was Coach Cal, and we texted whatever, and he hit me back. It was like, happy to help. This is an important film. He could have said anything, but he said it's an important film. That shifted my perspective again. Like, nah, it ain't cool. No, this is important. Right. This is what the world needs to see, have to see. It is important that you do this right.
Right.
With your word, fluff and all that. No, this is an important film. That changed my perception on things. You know what I mean? So once again, during these moments, these is when I really had to time out, take a full time out and reevaluate what's really going on. Because a lot of times we can just move, and not really take in the moment, embrace the moment, and analyze.
And you got to be, patience. So everybody wants things done fast, and everybody moves. A lot of people move on what people say. Like he said, there is so many people in his ear, hitting his phone. Oh, this gonna be great. This gonna be great. This gonna be. And for me, sometimes it's funny being on the outside looking in because I've been here for the past 11 years, and to see these same people who he's been doing tons of other stuff ain't embraced him then, but now this one could potentially be that thing, and all these people come out the woodworks, and it's so crazy to me. Like you see the wolf in sheep's clothing. You see who's truly there, who's going to speak life into you. You see the ones that are going to check you and hold you accountable. You see those people, like, you just see it. And this is one thing that I was telling Daryl for a minute now. We have the people who truly embody and embrace this next season that we're walking into is the people who will stop and pray. Is the people who don't want nothing from us but to encourage and uplift us.
Yeah.
Is the people who are going to speak the life but also be like, you got to do better. You got to be better.
Right.
Those are the only people that we need to be around in the season. I don't want no fake people in my corner. I don't want nobody sitting here next to me that just wants to be here because we're winning in this season, or leaves, because I don't want that. I don't want people who want to try to demand what they feel needs to be done over the things that I know God has called me to. Yeah. Like I don't want that in this season. And that's why I said earlier, like, I can't sit and be around people like that anymore, because people can be draining. Yeah. They can really drain if you don't put that armor, like I told you, on a daily basis. If you don't be very aware of your surroundings, people can drain life out of you. Yeah. And it's so frustrating, and it's sad. And I've been that. Like I am, like Daryl said, I am that people person. I am here. I get joy giving and loving and praying for and what you need and cheering you on. Like that's me. But what I never did was protect that same thought and those feelings, because as I'm doing this, now here comes an arrow in my heart. And it breaks me. And then I'm on the arrow instead of continuing to push and fight through and do. And just understand, people are going to be people. People are going to be nasty. I know for a fact, like 3 people right now that hate me. Could tell you why. Could not pinpoint why. I would love to sit down and just ask them genuinely, why do
they're not happy with themselves. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people not happy with themselves, you know what I mean? And this is another thing, you know what I mean? Doing this project, I had a lot of opportunity to sit down with some major people, and come to find out, a lot of people who are having that mindset, he called it elite mindset. That's what he said. He said elite mindset. So they're thinking the same way that we're thinking. My man said, yo, you got to be with people who's you feel like doing conversation, you leave with something. Right. Yes, like, you not just leaving empty hand. Nah, I don't care if y'all talking about sports. I don't care if you're talking about something. It's going to be something during that conversation. It makes you feel good. Right. It makes you feel at peace. Right. Or it gives you knowledge, a game or something. Right. So when dealing with people, your conversation needs to be like that. It can't be fluff. Right. Yeah, that's it just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just can't. Some of the, and talking about the doc again, man, some people would call you and they be like, there's one particular person, you know what I mean? He's great in this field. And every time, I don't care how much I be like, yo, this joint dope, or I need you to be a part, he always end with, are you getting rest? Yo, make sure you get rest.
Do I know this person?
It's a lot. Yeah, you know.
There's one person that be supporting and say, make sure you be with your wife.
Nah, I don't think. Yeah. Man, shout out to Larry, man. Larry Rabomba, man. You know what I'm saying? He called me, man, make sure you getting rest, man. I don't care what you gotta get rest every single time, man.
That is the same person that said that.
Okay. Yeah. So he been married for a good minute, man. They good people, but I appreciate stuff like that, because that's how we are. When I text somebody or I call somebody, we may talk a little business, but it's always something that's connected to how they're going to improve and enrich their life on some level, some capacity. Man. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel like every time I call them it's for something, or nah, man,
Now let it be known that we aren't perfect people. Like,
at all.
We still got our A1 day ones, our best of the best friends, and that's where we cut up. Like, he got his little crew, I got my little group of girls, and when we holler, we cut up. We ain't holier than thou. We ain't doing none of that.
Work in progress.
Sometimes you just whoosah. Sometimes you just, like, I just talked to my favorite cousin, or one of my favorite cousins yesterday, AG. And we was on, I don't know, you was.
Oh, wait. Hold, stop the presses. Yes. What was y'all, yo, I'm trying to sleep. For one, I'm trying to read. You got my intellect and my glasses on. I'm trying to read at bedtime, read and go to sleep. So get done right, like, man, I put my headphones on. I said, all right, I'm going to do an audio book. Put my headphones on. She started talking to her people. That's level 2. Level 3, I'm like, oh my God, she was on FaceTime or talking with her cousin all night, pitch black. And it ain't easy to put Isaiah down.
I was quiet.
It's a full job. Oh my, no, you was not.
We was not loud. And
What?
I didn't have her on speakerphone. So when I was
Pitch
talking
black
to
dark.
my sister, yes, we was on FaceTime. And then I turned the phone down. And Daryl put his headphones
His room
on.
is right there. You know how hard it is? It's a
Listen.
full-time job putting this boy down.
Listen, I
And
closed.
she, I'm like, yo, we got a whole 3 levels. Go downstairs.
Between me and her, when we get to talking, it
Oh
be
my
fun.
God. That was a whole show
funny.
last night.
Listen, it'd be funny, and I was not that loud. Shout out to Adrian. Listen,
A whole
it
show.
was we don't get to talk and see each other like
Well,
that.
y'all need to come down here in the studio or something talk.
It'd be too cold. That little heater don't be.
I gotta
working.
look at the monitor all night to see if he moving his head, guys' eyes up.
You know what? Let me to the public
Whew.
shout out. Daryl has been A1 with Zay for going on almost like this whole past 6-7 months, putting him down every single night. When the baby wake up, they got their whole little thing. Now Grant.
That's something I created, and I don't mean I
Listen.
want to do it now.
Listen, but that's good because I was the one with CT his whole entire career for the most
What?
I will call. Hey, if
He
Raina,
got up in the middle of the night.
if
What you talking
Raina
about?
and Walter, Raina's on here, yo. Please
When
tell
he, you
Dar-
talking about when he
please
got
tell
up at
Dar-
5 a.m.?
Please tell Daryl.
Oh my
Daryl,
goodness!
don't
No,
do that.
no,
You
no,
was
no,
not
no,
always
no,
on there
no,
with
no, no,
CT.
no.
Zay,
No,
100%.
no, no, no.
Zay, you got it.
No.
They got their whole.
What?
What's that?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Why it sound like
Russell Westbrook. Talk to him, Russ. What?
Listen. Anyways, my point was he's been doing a phenomenal job with Zay. They got look, I hear him screaming now. They got the whole thing. Now y'all do wake up the whole household every single night, but Daryl puts him back down. He is in that phase where all you see is a little midget running into the room in the middle of the night trying to climb into the bed. Good, I commend you. Thank you
I
for
appreciate it.
taking that load off of me as a mother.
Yeah, you held him down. You got him for 9 months, and I mean, had to carry him and all that stuff. So I got about 3 more months, and then we got alternating. He different, man. That's for sure.
Zay is different.
Polar opposite.
That child is different. But anyways, I lost track talking about this boy. But yes, back to the point. Yes, you need to be around groups of people that's going to truly hold you accountable, speak life into you, and be intentional. Not about just your dreams, but about you guys all just leveling up.
Yeah.
Michael Todd said it best. The not last sermon, because bless his heart, but the sermon before that, he said, look at your phone and see who the most 5 recent people that you talked to. That's probably the 5 most people that you are in communication with. What does that say about you?
Yeah.
And if it's people that you know that's not giving you life and none of that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be around them.
Yeah,
You gotta live
at all.
life. I'm sitting here looking at what Keith said. Keith, I just gave him his flowers. Thank you very much.
Man,
I
yeah,
gave him
shout
good-
out.
I just literally told my friend Tasha and my parents, like, yo, D is on it with Zay at night. That he got the voice, like literally even feeding him. I'd be like, Zay, eat. I'm just at the phase with him, like.
Yeah, you soft this
I
go round.
Yeah, I am. He is. Zay, I'm soft with Zay. I just don't have the energy to just fight with him like I could with CT.
Yeah.
That's why me and CT are like this. We just got that bond. You and Zay are gonna be like this, cause y'all. I'd be like, Zay, eat.
Boy.
Forget it. There'll be across the room. Eat that food. So, see, that's why you just need to go ahead and do the thing that you got to do with him.
Man,
That's just
listen.
what it is. Look, if we had to have a third one, I guarantee you that one be probably raised by himself, because everybody be tired after this.
Listen, nah, I got 0 tolerance for all that. Stop speaking it. You did say you come on your thing.
Oh
man.
my gosh.
Hey, shout out to everybody on this live right now, man. A few of y'all up here, well, all of y'all on here, you know what I mean, in the circle we was talking about, you know what I mean? But shout out to y'all for tapping in. You know, once again, share this live, man, and make sure everybody get this knowledge, this inspiration during the midday. But appreciate for y'all for tapping in, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying earlier, I think I might have kind of skipped past it because I was embracing a moment Daryl was giving me. Anyways, moving forward for this season, we got some dope people coming on.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got
yeah.
Melinda Michelle, who is
Yeah.
a Christian author. We got Dr. Lori, who is also a Christian. For many of you guys who follow me on Instagram, you see me post a lot from a book called My God Today, which is the devotional, but it's like the ratchet devotional that connects to us. She's going to be on. We got Kenny Anderson coming on.
NBA legend.
We got, who else we got coming on?
Got Gannon Baker.
Gannon Baker coming on. We got the Willises and other entrepreneurs coming on. We are just we are rolling.
Don is dope.
Oh yeah, Don is dope.
Yeah, Don is, check him out at Don is dope.
Yeah,
amazing work.
There is a lot of people that we kept coming on, and then in the midst of it, my prayer is that we continue to just manifest how God's been moving. Like Don is dope is just a story within itself.
Yeah.
But I truly pray 2022 is not just about us leveling up and us stepping into the harvest that God has promised, but also that it continues to perpetuate the movement that God does in all of our lives. Like, maybe one day we can have a real talk about the changes in our marriage and how we even got to today. And
Okay.
maybe talk about
I'm with it. We could do it on the couples joint.
do we just really, you guys, I'm just in this season for me personally that my spirit is just, it's different this year, and I truly cannot move forward without having that spiritual connection with God. And in our marriage and in our kids, like when you really understand, I know a lot of people are really God this, God that. I'm not about that. Or what does people say? Oh, the universe. It's about the universe. Or like I just watched this clip a couple of days ago. I forget who it was. He's an atheist, and he literally in the end of his thing said, "If that means I'll burn in hell, then so be it." Like
that's crazy.
You remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But we're just in a season where, for me and mine, like, yes, God is real, and we have so many. Just within the past 3 months, I could tell you verbatim stories of how real He is.
Realer than the
like,
mud.
To this point, to this very moment, like it's a prayer. It's an answered prayer. It's just the manifestation of everything. So this year, yes, you got a lot in our past podcasts.
Yeah, but this is different.
But this is gonna
This
be
is
no.
level up.
You can't move without it. You can't move without Him, man. Like real talk. And like once you get it and you understand, make sure you share the message, because you never know. Like I literally had a conversation with one of my kids from my school that we started speaking, and come to find out, oh, she is locked in to what God is doing, but she's been so scared to talk about it because she said nobody's ever understood me.
Or being led
Right.
within the household.
Like, what, girl? I got you. Like, but you don't know. Again, goes back to the point, power of communication. Like, you don't know what people are going through or what people need. If we don't start really talking to each other and not talking about the fluff, if y'all, maybe one day we'll explain this whole story.
The fluff.
We're not talking about the fluff of life, but talking about realness, what you're going through. Like, stop passing people and being like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Knowing you not good, yo, tell truth. Nah, man, my car broke down. I'm tired. My kids getting on my nerves.
I need
and
help.
My money's short. You never know. Somebody might be able to sow a seed in that very moment. But everybody wants to put a facade on.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be fake. Oh, we good. All on social media, we re-rolling. Nah, it ain't that deep.
Yeah, because we all go through things, man. Everybody got issues that's going on. Some more than others, but we all have different issues, whether it's, directly or indirectly, whether it's you, whether it's somebody that's connected to you.
Yep.
And, we always got to hold each other down, man, in some kind of, capacity.
And y'all got to be truthful. Listen, for example, what Daryl just did earlier was him sitting in a truth that he had to come to grips with. Many of us aren't able to sit in our own truths. And I've had that privately, in my own space. It's hard to truly look into a mirror and really call yourself out.
Yeah. Right.
Because nobody wants to really be walking around like they stuff don't stink. No, we do. And there's stuff that we've hidden. There's stuff that we've buried that we think will never resurface. But if you don't, some of the stuff, I'm gonna put it this way, some of the stuff doesn't need to be said to the world. Some of the stuff needs to be said, but it could be between you and that mirror, and then you need to ask God for repentance, and you need to ask God for healing. But burying it and thinking that it's never going to resurface, trust me. Yeah. If you never deal with them deep, deep, deep issues, them deep, deep, deep hurts, them deep, deep, deep secrets, it's going to resurface at some point in your life, and Lord forbid it not be the point where you're on your deathbed. Yeah. You don't want to be there. You need to be healing in these moments while you're alive. You need to be, some of y'all need to seek help, which is nothing wrong with counsel. Some of y'all need to just have that point of confirmation and conversation with yourself. And some of y'all need to go apologize to people too. Because
forgiveness.
Yes. Oh, yes. And some of y'all need to forgive. Some of y'all need to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. But one thing Pastor Keon said is about when you do apologize, stop trying to apologize to people the way that you want to be apologized to. Like, you might be the person who likes gifts as an apology, but you can't expect the next person to want the same thing. They might just genuinely want you to look them in the eyes and say, I'm sorry. Right. Like, and it's just that simple. Now you done spent $100 for absolutely no reason, and all you had to do was just say 2 words. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let this also be the season of healing. Whatever that deep-rooted healing. And it's not going to be an overnight thing. It's a process.
And this is the thing. This is why we say this, because what we're talking about and what ourselves and you are trying to accomplish is something that a lot of people, many people, will never do. Right. You're talking about being 100% yourself. Right. Like knowing who you are. You're trying to be everything that you say you can be and want to be. You know how many people master that? Yeah. It's a small percent.
It's hard. And it's
extremely hard.
It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. We still, both of us are still trying to figure things out, from personal to business to the whole marriage tip. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. So give yourself grace in the process. Give other people grace too, because I think a lot of us just be so hard on folks. Like I said, there's people that hate me. Like, and I could be sitting in my feelings, but I gotta understand the grace, you know. Yeah, and everybody got perceptions. Right. You know, I can't do nothing about that, but give them grace. Yeah. Give yourself grace. Go through this healing process and call the full time out. Some of y'all just keep going and y'all building on foundations that are broken. Hello, somebody.
Down 20 and you ain't calling a timeout yet.
You ain't called a timeout yet.
You know that stubborn coach, he ain't calling a timeout.
Listen, take the full time out. I was about to say take the 20. Take the full time out. Give yourself a breather. Regroup your circle. You know, reorganize your life. And then move forward. And let it be known, we're here. We got tons of stuff going on. But God has told us how to maneuver and how to handle the load that he's given us. So if you just need a listening ear, if you just need a prayer, let us be there when you need it. You know what I'm saying? Let us be there to help you out whenever you are in that time of need. Now, prayerfully, the Lord will bless us this year, and we will be walking in abundance financially. Yeah. And if you need that too, we will be helped. I am a giver. Lord knows, because that's why we told you a long time ago we ain't had our big house yet, because it have a whole bunch of babies, not ours like that. Whole bunch of borrowed babies. Exactly. In this house. Just embracing and enjoying, and just start to heal. Yeah. Start to walk slowly.
I think my bad.
But surely.
I think the other things too is going into the new year. Previous years, you feel like you wanted to create more content or do more things or to help your business or your personal brands. and you haven't done it. You know what I mean? Social media and everything can be definitely intimidating. But I think this is a year for a lot of you guys to just create, do things, create whatever you see in your mind. Just go ahead and do it, man. It's opportunities out there to continue to grow, you know what I mean, monetize and stuff like that. I know this is going in a different, but I really feel that. And that's one of the things I want to work on too. I'm like, yo, we got to create more content. It's more we can do with a lot less work. You know what I'm saying?
And the content don't have to be like what he's saying. It could be baking, like not bacon, baking. You could be creating your own meals and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Now I'm like, what? Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Baking, like cupcakes and stuff.
Yeah.
It could be apparel. It could be
Yeah.
writing.
Create.
Some of y'all got stories in you that needs to be written and published.
Right.
Like, try. What's the worst that could happen? That is my thing. What's the worst that could happen? That you get told no? Okay, well, you weren't doing it before, so.
Yeah. A lot of y'all had money before you. Like me, he ain't had money, so you you fail. Look,
So
you
when
used
he
to
get it, he spent all of it.
splurge right quick.
I be like,
nah.
where did this piece of equipment come from? Lord have mercy. Like, we got to be millionaires. in
Yeah,
this
but
house.
nah, you create, man. Create, and do what you feel that you got in you, and God bless you with. You know what I mean? Whatever you got in your heart. But create. Don't be afraid to get on screen. It's okay to be behind the scenes, but a lot of you, you feel like it's time. Go ahead and do it, man.
Create and communicate. That should be your word for the rest of January. Communicate. Because some of y'all just need to talk. Talk that thing out. Whatever you are holding on to, I declare release from whatever you're holding on to. Declare and decree release over whatever it is, over your life. Let it go. And the let it go might be a personal negative thing that you're talking about, or the let it go could be a creation that you need to get out of your system.
My sister, she's been writing a book for 5 years.
Who said?
Hey, it's time, Shil.
She
Shil,
said
it's
she
in
been
5
writing a book.
years. I mean, hey, look, it's being seasoned. You know what I mean? It's marinating. But shoot, life is short. Go ahead and get it done. Get her done. You know what I mean? Because that can be what changes somebody else's life and be healing for you. You know what I'm saying?
Or like you said, that part right there. It could just be healing for you.
Yeah.
It might not go nowhere, but you had to get it out. You had to get it out, and it had to be in that form.
Right. And it can be done because bro did it. You know what I mean? I never knew an author that somebody wrote something and made it a book. They got a barcode in the back, all that. Like you can flip the pages, and it's a real book.
Shout out to Denissa. May she rest in peace. She edited that. That's one of the closest connections we'll always have for her. She edited your book.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yep.
Well, anyways, that was a mouthful. That was fun.
There you go. I'm excited
glad we're
about the
back.
season. Yeah.
Yes. Make sure y'all tune in. Well, first, make sure y'all share this. And make sure y'all follow us on here at The Real Loving Basketball on Facebook and at The Real Loving Basketball on Instagram. And we're not on Twitter, are we?
Nah, not yet. Okay. Shout out to y'all watching the replay, man. Hope y'all enjoy it. Make sure y'all share this.
Share, and tune in live with us again next Thursday.
Yep.
We will talk to you soon.
All right, peace.
Peace out.
Yeah. Never not, never under y'all, never ever, I'm forever on. Check my repertoire, check my repertoire, don't check me now. Unless it's checks involved, I've been feeling like I'm next to God. Next to God, next to God. Never not, never under y'all, never ever, I'm forever on. Check my repertoire, don't check me now. Unless it's checks involved, I've been feeling like I'm next to God. Next to God, next to God. Never fall, never ever fall, never ever.